here and always answering people's questions and being so active in the community. Hollow dude, 15 bucks. Thank you. Oh, Silex, are you there? I see you've added or joined the call, but I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I
Oh,
wasn't clicking my button.
oh, it's all good. How are you?
I'm good. I've been waiting for this for a while, since like November, I think.
Well, it's quite a long time, but welcome, my friend. I'm gonna turn on my screen share here.
Cool.
And there we go. And just 1 second. Grand Thumb, Kala, I wanted to say earlier, I'm the over 50 4-month player that was hard bronze 5 last season, silver 5 this season. Thanks so much for all you do. Can we get some kitsune gasms in the chat for the guy, the main dude, Grand Thumb? Thank you so much for being here, man. And I'm really, really excited that you gained that much value from community coaching. Cheers to you, my friend. And thanks for hanging out. I'm really, really happy that you're growing and you're playing. Okay. So, do you want to go over a little bit about yourself and just tell us about this game?
Yeah, it was a few days ago anyway, but there was a lot that I wanted to talk about for this game to try and maximize what I might learn from it. But anyway, about myself, I'm a gold player. I've not been doing EuroLeague all that long. Started in silver, got to gold the next season. This was my promotion game from gold 3 to gold 2.
Okay. What can you tell me about this game and this matchup? When you look at their draft, what do you see, and also where do you plan on going as Leoric? Which lane do you plan on going?
Yeah, so there were a bit of silly errors that I made at the start of this, actually. Basically, back when we were drafting anyway, there was a Sylvanas pick, which at the time I thought wouldn't be the best idea. I reasoned that anyway, since this map doesn't have an objective to directly push with like a Punisher, since there's more team fighting, I thought it wouldn't be a great idea. But it happened, so I ended up choosing Leoric because I wanted some more percentage damage against their double tank comp. And then I realized that I had forgotten about the fact that we had already gotten some good solo laners, so I actually came up to solo here and start off struggling in the solo lane with this game.
Okay, that's actually really good that you pointed that out, because I was going to if you didn't. So right here, I'm not sure how gold is played, but Blaze most times is not a main tank. He's a solo laner. Malthael is a solo laner, and you are a solo laner. So what I see here is a Sylvanas, sure, whatever, kind of irrelevant. A Lily, same thing. The point is that we drafted 3 solo laners. So depending on where these picks came in, they should be different than what they are right now. And if you picked after that the Malthael and the Blaze were in, then yes, that's absolutely an issue of yours. But, okay. That's all I wanted to point out to begin with. So here, just Q onto the Q onto Medivh as soon as he shows up. So walk up to him right now, auto attack and Q. It doesn't matter if he uses protected. So like right here you Q, and likely he protects the damage, but now you can just walk into him with the slow and use W onto him. Did he use his... This is a tough one for me to talk about. Yeah, okay, wait, he misses his, yeah, absolutely here you go in. As soon as he misses his Q like that, you have to walk up to him, auto attack, and then Q him. Right here. W onto him with the slow, and then just chase him in. Auto attack, auto attack. Now he has his Q back up, but still you've traded up so far on him. Also, more common high-level build is Ossian Renewal at level 1 instead. I know like all the Korean players go it. Glaurung speaks very highly of it. Personally, I love Consume Vitality, but I do think that Ossian Renewal is just better.
Yeah, it's not a talent that I've really mastered yet, and I was expecting to be in the thick of things a lot against their comp, so I just wanted to have consistent sustain with the talent I was comfortable on.
Yeah, okay, now you dodge this one. Q him here, auto Q. So you're doing good at dodging these. Auto Q right here. Yep, auto. Auto first though. Like, a big thing from getting where your skill level is to master and grandmaster is mechanical mastery. So here you're missing auto attacks, and it's like stepping up on the wave, knowing that he misses his Q right here. Now you immediately just walk in right now and just step up onto him right here. This is an auto attack. You should be queuing it up. Okay, yeah, you get it. Walk back into him. Here, auto attack him. But you Q first. That should be an auto Q.
I do struggle a fair bit in this matchup with Medivh, mainly because he's a hero that I haven't quite figured out how to deal with yet.
We have the comment in chat just saying, I feel like the focus of this matchup is to make sure you're dominant on clearing the wave. But if you're stepped up onto the wave, clearing it, then that gives Medivh a free target just to spam Q into. I actually like the way that Sylox is playing it better when he's actually playing outside of the wave. It forces Medivh to either Q into the Leoric and not get the wave clear, or Q into the wave and not get the reset. So he actually forces the win-lose scenario onto the Medivh like this, and you will out-trade him if you walk up to him and land those abilities like you have. This I don't like though, because now that you've actually just won the lane, there's nothing Medivh can do. You've straight up won the lane. So here you could just, the auto was good, and so was that one. You back up and you could just mount up. You don't have to push in at all. They have the vision here. You don't have to push in against this, especially like this. And if you are, you have to make sure you're trying to dodge. So like right now, it looks like he's going to look for a Q. So immediately walk up. You play this so damn well in the early game. Probably better than you could have no matter what. Yes, you missed, I think, 2 auto attacks we've went over, and the QW in the very beginning. But aside from that, you've played this like perfectly. And now, but here is where you really start messing up, because you walk up, you just start auto attacking, free Q for him. And now watch, this is the biggest one. You know he's positioning to look for another Q. You have to dodge perpendicular. Right here, like look at him. There's only one thing he's looking for. Men only want one thing, and it's disgusting, right? That's the meme.
Yes, yes it is.
Walk up there. That was a big one, and you actually just lost your entire lead because of this. Look at the health bars. At this point, if you're not willing to tap, then just let him push in. Mount up and stay here. It's fine if he pushes in. Nothing happens. Yeah, it was just that trade that happened. That was the bad part, because now we're just feeling behind. If anything, you just have to mount up and wait for him to do this, then you could walk into him and find those trades. But don't let him zone you off like this. And if he is, you can always tap. I think it's just better to let him push in the wave like this, if you're not willing to tap. But now you tap. Oh, see? Like, you understand this matchup at least a bit. He's just gonna... Oh, nice.
Yeah, at this point I was just trying really hard not to get killed and just stay alive and sustain myself. I was playing pretty nervous.
Yeah. So off of all of this, I'm just going to back up, because this is where, you know, this is actually really important, because Leoric's early game is so good. First off, I've already went over where I think you really made the problem, or made the mistake, but like here, just back up and go tap. Like even before this, you should have went and tapped. There's no reason not to. Especially when he's just zoning you like this, you're not gaining any value from not tapping. You're not up on your opponent, because what happens is if he tapped and got full health, full mana, you sat at 50% health, hoping to be able to trade into his full health, full mana, but he's just going to all in you and kill you. So if you tap and you guys are back at 100% health, 100% health, at least you're on even footing with him, right? In order to walk in and trade with him. Jeez, see, look how hard you trade up on this guy. If you land that combo. I really think that's the way you have to play this. Can a single player carry in Hero League? Absolutely. Absolutely. Without question.
So again, I was at this part, I was just a bit worried about my health and I just kind of wait here around from what I remember, just trying to find an opening to land my hands to heal back up.
Yep. So here I would have just backed and walked mid. If that's what you're concerned about. Because where's your healer? She's down here. That's a lot of HP you have missing. So the biggest problem was how much health you traded out in the lane. We already went over all of the mistakes, but that is the biggest problem so far. Yeah, you could have backed there as well and just walked. Three v 3. Yeah, I like the fact. I actually think you should be clearing this. So, the way you play this is basically perfect again. Like you have quite a bit of I don't know, you look like you're playing above your skill level in this game. Obviously, you know, you've made some mistakes so far, but those can be easily cleaned up because you've already shown that you understand how to play the matchup. You just made some mistakes, that's it. So here, this is good, but you can't really push in too far past. So right now you should switch targets onto either Jaina or Karazim. And then as soon as this goes out, hit the E button right away.
Yeah, I was really hell-bent on killing the Diablo at the time. I kind of tunnel-visioned onto that task.
Yep.
That's why I hit the E.
Actually, this looks like a QWE immediately. So Q, which is what you do, and then E. Yeah, no, you should have E'd earlier. Right here. I don't know if you live off of it, but right. QWE. And then start traveling this way. He has Reaper's Mark and a W from Leoric on him. He dies. Yeah, I actually do think you live there if you do that, because you're already up here. And Drain Life kills him. Dude, you're so fine if you do that.
Yeah, definitely not been too used to dropping my W on people and then Eing out. That's not something I've done nearly enough of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a really effective tool, especially later on, because once you hit that 13 and 16 talent tiers, that's basically your combo. You know, you E onto them, and then you Q and you W, and then you can E again, and you have the W just constantly draining on them. I love this hero. Okay. You just mount up here too. Always just mount up. There's no reason to just be walking when you can be mounted, just in case something happens. So like right there, I'd mount up. I always, as soon as I'm done killing the wave, hit Z, then shift right click somewhere. So like Z to mount up, and then shift right click to move as soon as you're mounted. Yeah, you can trade with this guy. You have the watchtower, so you're allowed to step up a little bit farther than what you're doing here. The only thing you got to be careful about is really if he gets his E onto you, but then you should be able to E away. Yeah, you can Q him and then W. Boom, W right here. Man, I can't believe my team picked up Bruiser Camp and then didn't put Sylvanas top with it to push. This is the stuff you really don't like seeing. Do you want me to go over stuff like that too? Because that's something you can say in voice comms.
Every possible detail.
Okay, yeah. There's no way I would ever let something like this happen. If I have a Sylvanas on my team, man, I am trying to macro the absolute crap out of her and trying to get her to basically be a hero. Because Sylvanas is a really bad hero. She is. She's very useless. The only thing she's good at is snowballing games and cheesing victories. She's awful in team fights. Her damage is very ineffective because it's so spread out. So yeah, if I see this and my team picks up this Bruiser Camp, I am proactively saying, Sylvanas, come top and push with Bruisers. If she says no, fine, I'll go down with her then, and I'll go push that, because guaranteed at least one person's going to be responding to this Bruiser Camp. That means that we get maybe a 4v4 down here with the Sylvanas in a camp. We can get a fort. But yeah, I would absolutely be microing where Sylvanas is.
For the first half of this game, like pretty much all the communication was over voice chat, but we were all really silent throughout this game, and that started to change later on in the game. But it comes up more in the second half because I start trying to make a bunch of calls later on as I'm getting more desperate.
Okay. First, I think your rotation down here is really ambitious. Oh my gosh.
I hated this engage. It took March because I didn't feel confident in the follow-up I'd get on Entomb. I'm not sure if that was the right call. But
no, I think it's right, just considering the fact that you find an Entomb on someone, they're just going to portal them away. I think you first off, I wouldn't do this personally, but I'm not sure if it's always that thing where I'm not willing to just let a Dahaka free push top with Bruisers on Sky Temple. He's just going to absolutely dominate this. I would have matched him up here if I were you. They come up so far off of this, even if they lose this fight.
They do. Oh, they lose it. I meant as in, like, we lose this fight pretty badly. We lose it really badly.
Okay, well, I'll at least look to see what you could have done better. But first off, I wouldn't have rotated. Would have stayed top and looked to clear this camp first. And I would tell your team that. I'd say they have Dahaka and Bruisers. I'm going to clear this, then come down. Play safe. Here. Walk in, get W. Oh, you want to hit it on Diablo over Dahaka, though. I guess it's not the end of the world because he doesn't burrow it, but that's what I'd be thinking. I would always do it on Dahaka, or on Diablo over Dahaka, just because he can just burrow it. But
so I'm burrowing. I just was scared that he was going to try something, so I tried to immediately just go at him and scare him off. Didn't really work.
Okay, well, Sylvanas goes and clears top, but we're basically at the same scenario we were if you were to clear top, but not down a death. You just misjudged that one. Not much more to say there. Did you just cue her? No.
So the light fades from my temple, but it will return again.
Okay, so you back to top lane. Leave this, doesn't matter. Yep. Yeah, I think that was a pretty bold move to just rotate down and look for a fight under fort like that. I think you taking or clearing their bruiser camp up top would have been way better for you. Because then there's no risk that way. You know, the only thing that they could do off that is burrow bottom with the Dahaka or Breaststock bottom. But if you just tell your teammates that, just tell them to play back while you clear bruisers, then you can show up to the fight, and then you guys get an even fight.
Yeah, I was just more worried about us losing that fight in the temple at the time, so I just rushed down there because I was just more scared of that.
Yeah, that's why you actually just have to like baby your teammate with those kind of comms. Just be like, play back. You know, I'm not going to be there, sort of thing. If they lose the 4v4, man, that's on them. You know, you have to be willing to let your teammates. You have to be willing to trust your teammates like that. If they're just constantly losing 4v4s, then statistically speaking, you will be on the team that wins those 4v4s as well, because Hero League is even. There's no way over 100 games, you know, if you take a 4v4 on even talent tiers in Hero League, that you lose 70% of them. So just, that was a high variance choice. These guys are pushed up far. Jeez. Sylvanas. Full Q build mind control. I guess welcome to gold, eh?
Yeah, he learns his lesson at the end on Sylvanas, though.
It's a nice time to ult. Oh, you got lane lined. I was like, wait, what? Here, yeah, you really have to hit a Q, unfortunately. Oh, man. That's such a good palm. Okay. No one's on my team that I should, or soaking on my team that I should do it. It's either you should do it or you should tell someone on your team to do it. This is crazy. Like, you shouldn't have to be here. You should be here or here. You're staying too long. So rotate out way faster. Like off of this, I don't think they're going to step up like this and take anything more. Well, they shouldn't be able to. At least look at their health on their Jaina. So right here, I just back up and walk either here or here. Gotta start getting XP. You're too far behind. Okay, you do it, but it's just, you know, a few seconds too late. Jeez, now everyone comes up here? See, like, it's hard for me to say what to do, man, because your teammates are wild. Like, it's either that or you, like, if you see your teammates coming up top like this, and they're showing on bottom, and they're showing on top, then you need to be somewhere else. Because, again, that just gives them an even fight, but you need to find more than an even fight when you're behind like this. Like, you have to find a wave of soak and an even fight, and you have to win that even fight. So, like, the fact... Yeah.
Should have said something over voice here, but still another few minutes until I start talking out of desperation.
Yeah, this is insane that they're allowed to get away with all this. And Sylvanas does bruiser camp? Oh, man. So here we go. First off, I think you guys fighting down a talent tier even is just absolutely the wrong choice, especially with Sylvanas showing mid and Blaze's bottom. But if you're going to do something like this, E and get on top of this Jaina. Use your E to touch Jaina. But you drop it right there. Absolutely, you cannot do that. You have to hit her with Ominous Wraith.
Dropped it out of Fori for the Lily, even if that was the right choice, as Fori, she was going to die, and she ended up dying, so...
Best way to peel is to reduce damage, no matter what. Always, always, always. That's like the point of this hero. But yeah, I can see you feeling rushed there. It definitely looks like it. But yeah, I think that you guys fighting even down a talent tier is the problem. Sylvanas gets picked. Now they do boss. Stay top. Push top. Right now. No, stay here. Yep. Push top. Another wave too. Tell your team to back off of boss. There's no way you ever take boss. Sylvanas is dead. Saponsky. What are you doing, Saponsky? Does he...
Don't make me feel worse about deciding to come down here.
Oh yeah, no, you never do this. They're just gonna kill all you guys.
Yeah, this was pathetic on my part. Really bad.
Honestly though, because it's gold, like, this fight looks like you would have been able to win it. But I don't think that's the right call. At all. I bet you 5 Canadian dollars that you would have won this if you came down and played it properly. But I think absolutely the right call. You can't just like assume that's going to happen. But I'm just saying that after watching this. They played this so poorly, it's not even funny. But I think that you have to stay top and try to maybe take this wall, see if you can find 16. If Malthael pushes out mid, anything, you know?
Were you suggesting that the enemy team played this boss really poorly?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like, watch, look where Jaina is. She W's on top of a target, gets no value out of it. And can you imagine if Ominous Wraith is on all of these targets right now? You stop right here, you hit Q, you ult through them while your Malthael's up. Malthael taking 50% less damage. Lily is here, Jugs come out. Nobody, you guys wipe them, straight up. There's no way they win here. I'm pretty sure you wipe them here if you come down and play this properly, but I do not think that is the right call at all. I don't. I think you stay top and just try to get some structures. Where is it? So the question was asked in chat why you chose Skelta Swing Range instead of Neil Peasants.
At the time, I was confident in our wave clear with Blaze, Malthael, and Sylvanas, and also I wanted to be landing as many reliable Qs as possible in the team fights because I wanted to be as survivable as I could. I didn't think we needed the extra wave clear.
I personally think that's a good choice here. You know, getting the extra range actually helped you a lot in a bunch of different circumstances, and you have Malthael, oh, okay, never mind. You have Sylvanas, like Blaze. There's lots of wave clear here. But I do think that Neil Peasants a lot of the time is better. Okay, well, the game's not over yet. Holy crap, how is there still another 12 minutes when they're almost level 20 and you're down to keep?
I'm getting desperate. I said over mic we have to fight them right now before they 20. This is what I said, so came up to do it. Sylvanas agreed to come up top after I pleaded.
Ooh, it's a pretty good engage. Okay. It's kind of awkward. Cool. Q. E again. Where's your E? You have to E right now. That's also good. But now E. Yep. Now drop it. Right away. And then Q. W. E. You get it? Yeah, buddy. Okay, now drop it. That sounds like I'm talking to a dog. Auto Q. Okay, auto Q first, always. Right here. There's no reason to ever use your W first. You should be auto queuing. Because it at least gets you the slow, so that you can try to find your W easier. Yeah, like you could actually drop here and then Q upwards, but I think going for the Medivh is smarter. He shouldn't be able to escape. What are his cooldowns? Yeah, he's dead. Ah, no, he can escape. But auto first, then Q, then W. Boom, boom, boom. But you
Kind
W
of
first.
with the way this played out, felt really good.
Oh, you smashed him in the mouth right after. Good.
Yeah, right before I got in the portal, felt amazing.
Cool, man. Wait, are you telling me this guy actually just ripped his isolation, then dug bottom? Holy, they're up so many structures.
Couldn't have wraithed there.
Wait, how are you? Are you missing micro? Let me look at this. I swear you... So there's some times where you play these like actually perfect micro-wise, and then times like this where you mess it up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a Q, not an auto attack. It looks the exact same. Put your auto attack on a timer, just faster. Oh, never mind. That is an auto. Sorry, I thought it was a different animation. You're okay. Okay, I was almost mad. Okay, Malthael needs to back after he clears this. This is actually really good. No, 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 no! Please don't do this. You too, please. If you hit the B button, you're in actual trouble. So this is a huge problem. You guys have 4 of them dead, and you have a Sylvanas. You need to take this keep. Or keep wall, at least.
Hero slain.
Yeah, we were all definitely just panicked over the Katas and Dahaka.
It doesn't matter. You have Malthael. All you have to say is Malthael, clear bottom after you kill bruisers. This is so free. Malthael can clear this in 2 seconds. Dahaka can't just solo walk in and end the game. Look at that. And he knows it too. Icy Milk knows he can't do that. Yeah, you guys had to be pushed up. You could have already been on here. You have 10 seconds and 45 seconds. Geez, 23 seconds. Boom, damage, damage, damage. Taking the wall. Push in past on the keep. Pick up the keep and get out eventually. But that is something that you need to just fire off in comms. And you guys would have been 19 and a half, maybe even a tiny bit more off of all that. That's keep wall and a keep at this point. She cancel it? Okay. Darn. This was massive, man. And I have to put that one on you, because like if you want to climb, like unfortunately you do have to micro around your players a little bit. This personally, man, really bothers me about Heroes of the Storm. There is no way that a Sylvanas is ever, like, this is gold. She can't be gold. There's no possible way. Unless gold just means absolutely nothing, because you're playing at like a gold plus level. If you're playing a Sylvanas and you get 4 kills and it's 15 minutes into the game and you're not smart enough to go onto the keep wall, there's something massively problematic with the educational content and educational landscape of Heroes of the Storm. There's something terribly wrong with it, and that really upsets me. But sorry?
It's a good thing you're around.
I mean, I'm trying, man. I really am. I'm trying my best, but it's clearly not enough. But not enough yet, at least. But yeah, you had to call them to go top like that. It's unfortunate that I say that, but okay. Basically, just have to try to find 20. I don't mean to say anything bad about the Sylvanas player at all. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to be as objective as possible about it. It's just, you guys have to agree with me that there's no way that that sort of thing should happen. Like, we have to agree on that. This is better. This is way better. Boom, take the camp, force up on this fort. I like this. This is a proactive play. Sucks that we're trading out so much, but you guys need 20. There's not a whole lot you can do. But seeing as how they're split up like this, 20's in. Okay.
I wanted to ask you my talent choice here. This is the first time that I've ever intentionally taken Burning Despair. I've never really used it before. I just wanted maximum damage at this point, and I didn't feel confident that I was going to be landing many autos for Spectral Leech, which is the one I normally take.
Go. I mean, you can go Death March instead then. I personally like Spectral Leech. I think Buried Alive like all the time. But that's only on Entomb.
Yeah, only on Entomb.
Yeah. But here I would either, I don't know, all three of these are viable at this point. It just basically depends on your playstyle preference. The AoE damage, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. But it's basically preference here. I don't think I can just say one is just definitely better than the other ones. Okay. Here we go.
Definitely worth
Jaina first. Jaina, you have to cover her. So you gotta get on the damage dealers no matter what. So that's one mistake so far. Just touch her lightly, you know? Just get the go right here. Like you're already there. Boom. Just tag her and then walk back in. Oh gosh, Sylvanas is just about to get absolutely smashed, isn't she? Okay.
That's disgusting.
Wow, this is insane. Okay, it's good. I think this is a mistake too. Not paying enough attention to Sylvanas, or to Jaina. So like right here, you should have just, as soon as you exited the bunker, like look at the health bar on this hero. Should have went for her instead. Okay, she's Kona holding nothing. And your E is back up. And now, boom, use it. Okay, better. Yeah, Q, W. Ooh, that was close. Can't blame you for that one.
Blame me for what?
Missing the W.
On Kerosene?
Yeah.
Did it miss?
Yep. That's what I said. I can't blame you for that one because he dashes the moment it happens. Right there, yeah. W goes out this way. It's on cooldown. Is it attached? Oh, it is attached.
Yeah.
What the hell? That looked like it missed to me. My mistake. Like, on the model, it looks like it absolutely hits, but... Oh, I was looking at this. I was looking at the Arcane Rift. Ah, I'm boosted. There we go. So now you guys just all go end the game bottom. Sylvanas is dead! Go boss.
Yeah, at the time I didn't actually even consider ending it here. You think it would have worked though?
No, not without Sylvanas. If you had Sylvanas, absolutely, that was the end of the game.
Oh, okay, I thought you were implying that even with her dead, we could have.
No, my bad. I said end the game, and then I looked up, saw Sylvanas is dead. I was like, oh, darn it. But this doesn't even get a keep. I think you guys need to try to get this boss instead. See,
Yeah, commit a throw of the game with the skull.
so this is what I would have done here. But you have to be confident in yourself. What you have to do, and it sucks that you personally have to do this in this game, but this is what I would have done. You take 5 seconds, just get your head together. Okay, there we got 3 dead. What can we do? Okay, 40-second death timer on Sylvanas, 40-second death timers on these guys, and actually 60 on Karazim. Take boss and just wait. Don't even cap it. Sit here, wait for Sylvanas to spawn, because we know the only way they can contest this is once these two are up. Best case scenario, they just come in 2v4 us, which case we just win the game. So you take the boss and then you wait. That's all you do. Sylvanas reses, cap the boss, start their siege. Siege, boss, Sylvanas, 5-man push bottom, pray. Oh man, this Medivh. The wait the cap does work below diamond with voice comms. You just have to say it one time. If they don't listen to it, that means they don't understand the English language. I don't think you can say that. I think it actually can work as long as you just explain the play. Okay, guys, they have 3 dead. We only have 1 dead. They have the same death timers. Kill boss and just hold the cap on it. Wait for Sylvanas to res, and then we'll cap it and then push bottom with her. Okay. That's what the gold players say in response. I don't think it's dangerous with Medivh. You just spread out. He can't leyline everyone. He's got Medivh cheats, but you can still spread out. And also, Medivh was showing topside. Okay, here we go. All right, everybody says I'm boosted and that play wouldn't work. But I stand by my analysis.
We almost started a fight in this area. I ended up asking people to retreat because I was just worried with all the walls that Jaina and Diablo would just Shrek us. None of this happens.
Do you guys get like 6-person contagioned and then Ring of Frost?
No, it's multi-person contagion. We were just shocked that Dehaka showed up here. But then we pick up that.
Contagion wasn't even hot. We got the bunker for this. Okay, let's see what you do. W.
Screw up.
It's okay, don't beat yourself up. Oh no! Yeah, that was a problem.
So can I beat myself up now?
W onto Diablo in a sec. Okay, you got your E back up. No, you're fine. Use E now. Oh. So, like, this is, again, I feel like you're playing Leoric wrong in these scenarios. You don't use your E onto Jaina. That's all of their damage. It's literally every bit of their damage. They have a Wombo combo, an APOC and Ring. That's all they have. So right here, I wouldn't have used my ult. I would have... If I'm out of the ley line and they can't find the combo, I absolutely use my E first and just touch Jaina with it. 50% damage reduction off the combo. Boom. Boom. These are the health bars now. This is the health bar still. This is a health bar. This is the health bar. Way healthier. And then you're in this position on the backside. Medivh dies because your Q comes out onto the Medivh as well. So Medivh's dead there. Jaina's damage is 50%. You guys have this fight. You still have March of the Black King. Oh my gosh, you were in a good, really good spot. And stunned up here. Now you just die. Shoot, eh? Yeah. So that was the problem. We can look at it one more to see it. But yeah, I really just think it was your ability, the usage instead. And this is what I would be saying as me playing Leoric in this composition. I'd be like, yeah, you know, if they find any sort of any sort of setup, all I need to do is just spooky ghost on the Jaina. Right there.
I'm not sure how the fight ended as it did. I expected for us to just get wiped at this point.
Okay, so what do we got? 1, 2, 3. You're up in a moment. Keep drops no matter what. So the play is boss again with Leoric. That's the play here. But what's going to happen is Sylvanas, I'm not even going to look at the map. Sylvanas is going to back and walk top. Blaze and Malthael are probably going to do nothing and then go sit on topside cap. Oh, man.
I was just yelling to him, Mike, that I was on my way and to just keep calm here. Didn't actually need my help.
Okay. Sorry, that was funny. Okay. Looking at this, we got Diablo inting. This is good.
Thought the Jaina must have been in the bush. I was shocked when she just left the temple as we engaged on that.
Team's core is under attack.
See, like, the thing is we don't win these long games, unfortunately. You guys just keep sitting on this cap instead of trying to do something to win the game, and we're just losing over time. But at least we gotta keep...
Thanks for
We're
everything
gonna
you've done
straight
for
up
the
lose the
community.
game, though. If
It's
we
much
don't...
appreciated. Keep up the good work.
I made the call to take the boss here, but the big problem was I was overconfident about... I thought that I would be able to basically keep Medivh from stopping us here. It's just overconfident.
Did you guys spread out?
No. I actually thought that if I just went into Wraith form, that would mitigate it. I completely fucked that up and threw right here, because this was all my call. And then people said, what about Medivh? And I said, I think we can deal with it.
So what you can do instead to make sure that this play never goes wrong as Leoric is Wraith Walk over here. You have, what's it called? Ominous Wraith. Your E lasts so long. So you can actually use your E back here. Once this, so watch this. So boom, this is all good. We out here doing damage. Okay, you're like, okay, I want to screw over this Medivh. Walk back instead of forwards, be here, and then use your E and walk in. Because the only way you get stasis by the ley line is if your body gets hit by it. So if your body's back here and your ghost is up here, watch this. Ghost here now. Ghost chilling. Boom. Ghost drop. And now you're on the cap. And you're not ley lined. But now you're ley lined, and I just lied to you, and you still lose, boss. The only other thing is you can put your ghost down here instead, ley lines back, and then you walk up. He does have Medivh cheats, but he can't cover every single angle. Your only other thing you can do is go down bottom. Ah, no, he would have capped it beforehand. Wait, is there literally no way of winning this then? Ah, no, of course there is. I'm dumb. Yeah, it's free. So you do the same thing. You're back here, you use your E, but you have to require your teammates to step up. So watch, boom, here, ley line goes out. One person has to be on this, stepped up, so Lily or Sylvanas has to be on this. And like, this is just hypothetical at this point. I just want to show you how you can win this. Lily has to be stepped up so it stays at 50. As it comes back and captures Lily and it starts channeling, that's when you drop Ghost.
What the hell is Jaina doing?
I have no idea. She's just wolfing over here.
Couldn't she have set up a big combo on us and just
Yeah.
wiped us here?
I mean, that bunker could have come out. There's a bunch of different things that could have happened, but just considering where all the heroes were, yeah, that was like your only way of stopping it. But hey, game's not over yet.
You always gotta get mercenary camps instead of go for the core.
Sorry, that's funny. I just saw the words pre-cup in chat. It's pretty funny.
I was shocked the game didn't end there, but I still just felt pretty stressed at this point. I felt like I just threw my promotion game.
So you guys can't trade here. So you lose.
What do you realistically do in this situation
Get
with these two temples?
get so aggro, it's not even funny. That's all I was saying. Like, you guys were constantly trading temples, but you're trading a lot of structures. You were trading like 0.8 of a temple for 1.2 temples over and over and over and over and over. And it results in a scenario like this where you're down 3 keeps and they're still up 1.5. So they get to a point where 2 temples spawn, they have a global, they will just straight up win the game unless you force something really hard. This is not the play. You guys have to be like here or here, somewhere super deep trying to find them, because the only way you win this game is with a hard, fast team fight. So like, this is so wrong, it's almost unfathomable. That's how wrong that is. Because I've already explained why, but nice. Okay, we got Jaina. See, you spend way too much of your resources on backline. Like, first off, like, this is just bad in general, and we lose the game off this because Karasim's just going to solo end. But just looking at this, you tag her with your E right here. Right, like, I would drop and use Q right now. Okay, you do. Now auto and W on her. Chase her. She's down to like this much HP.
Chase the Jaina though. What about the bottom temple?
I mean, bottom temple, the game's over. Like, there's no way you guys win here. You 100% lose.
Yeah.
And that's why I was just talking about the Jaina there. Because I just want to... What? Are you kidding me? Yeah, like, this pushes in, that pushes in, everything pushes in. Like, honestly, like, the right macro choice. I was just talking about the micro there. And I guess that's why you left, because you were worried about bottom. So technically it's smart. But I've seen you do this already like 3 or 4 times in this game. The major one was here, where you got the Wraith Walk and then you just ignore the Jaina. The other one was, where was it? Here. Where you could, or here, sorry. Where you could have hit her with your E and stopped all of that blow up. But concerning the circumstances, it is smartest for you to go down here. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that I do think that you're focusing a little bit too much on warriors instead of delicate ranged assassins like that when they're up in your face. Especially when you're like full damage, Leo. What? Oh, you guys just won the game.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay, so it's just on them. They make the biggest mistakes I've ever seen in my life.
There's one more mistake they make.
Oh my gosh. This is impossible. It's impossible to just... So here they... Like, you guys, they 100% lose the game. What does Jaina do? You're gonna watch. First off, Jaina should be here. doesn't ice block the mind control. Walks in instead. Oh. Okay, so this is the problem. She should have been down here. Are you kidding me? This is why... Okay, whatever. There's
That was
no...
just one last error here where I think they could have maybe given themselves one last chance to take the temple. I also asked the Sylvanas to just hearth back because I was worried Mouth wouldn't be able to do enough. Is that the right play or wrong play, do you think?
I think it's the right play because you guys just 100% win down here. Only way you can lose this game is if they push in. Likely they don't, but oh my gosh. This is a wild game, this Heroes of the Storm, so there's no way they should have lost this game. Absolutely no way. First off, hey?
No, sorry, I was just... Medivh was contesting the point at the end to try and stall us, but then seemed like he kind of backed off it a little early, and then Jaina didn't have enough time to get on there. I just think that they could have possibly contested us one last time, even if they would have lost that fight.
Blue team's core is under
Just curious what your opinion is.
Yeah, they could have. What's his health? Like 50%? Ah, he doesn't have ley line. I'm pretty sure he just dies, right? Have a look.
the blue team's
Okay, so he W's himself. It's a little late, but now he has to portal away. Goes out. Now he has to go back in. And then portal back out. And then portal back in and then fight. It's like the only way of doing it. Wow, there is no way you guys should have won this game. That's wild, Silex, dude. Holy cow.
We could see the core break.
Feels good, man.
blue team is
There's
That
a-
Sylvanas kind of seems to learn her lesson.
MVP.
It's true, though. You guys didn't utilize it whatsoever, but... So I actually went over this one quite in depth, I'd have to say. I think that you played your very early game quite well, but then you lost a lot of your trade potential on this Medivh, but that wasn't even the biggest part. I actually thought some of the biggest problems was the one when you rotated on that second shrine bottom side, and you basically allowed that Dahaka to just push in for free. And if you were the one who was going to play on that side lane, just consider Neil Peasants a little bit more, because I saw so much value in that talent top lane there. And then of course you try to find that fight bottom, you guys lose. And then the bigger part was just not 100% using Ominous Wraith properly. So there's a bunch of times where Jaina was just doing full damage when she shouldn't have been. But those were the biggest things that I saw. Obviously I went quite in depth over a lot of the plays, but I hope you gained a lot of value out of this one.
Yeah, and I'll be able to rewatch this later on YouTube because right now it's hard to take it all in when it's this late at night.
Yeah, exactly. So, but thank you so much for being so patient with community coaching. You were saying that you were trying to get in since November. So that's really cool.
I said I've been excited and waiting to do this since November, but the truth is I didn't apply till pretty recently. I was watching your stuff on YouTube for quite a while before I joined the Discord and approached the
Oh,
application.
okay. Well, awesome, man. Thanks for the support, and thanks for always watching the YouTube videos and all that jazz. And of course, welcome. Yeah, really stoked that you eventually submitted this one. This is a really good replay, so thanks for that.
Yeah, I was really happy when it happened. It was just the day before I submitted it, and the previous replay I'd submitted was just of a game where I played much worse than